Hey everybody, Stepping Up Michelle here, and I'm back with another reaction video. This is by Top 10, and it's called 10 Scariest Things Caught on Surveillance Footage. Me personally, I do believe there are such things as ghosts. I've lived in a haunted house personally, where my family members have experienced things. And my mom, she's the type that pretty straightforward, but never lies. She's not that type of person. And she's actually seen the ghost at the time where, at the time, the house that we lived in, saw the ghost there. And they would hear things, also it's like, things like, oh, doors opening, things crashing, but can't find out where the crash happened. Things like that. And then, your typical moans, groans, lights turning on and off, that kind of thing. But my mom actually, when she came down the stairs, turned around the corner to go down the hallway to the kitchen, she saw what looked like my grandmother, who was living with us at the time, because my parents were taking care of her, had her hands literally on the door frame looking down the hallway at my mom. And as she was trying to figure out why my grandmother was up at that time of night, because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And as she got closer, she disappeared right in front of my mom's face. She went up to check on my grandmother. My grandmother was sound asleep. She didn't pass away until like 4 or 5 years later, after we had moved out. So that happened. My older half sister saw the ghost in the kitchen holding a spoon, and when the ghost realized that my sister was standing there, she dropped the spoon and goes rushing towards my sister, goes right through her and disappears. My sister thought it was fake until she saw the spoon still rocking back and forth on the floor like it just fell. So yeah, it's just things like that. So yes, I do believe in spirits. Whether you believe my stories or not, that's up to you. Because I know there's a lot of non-believers out there. It's okay. I mean, we all are allowed to have our own opinions. So I'm excited to get into this. So I want to see what these people have to say. So let's watch, or not say, but let's see what they caught on camera.
1.26 trillion hours of surveillance footage is recorded every day in the USA alone. So
Wow.
It's no surprise that sometimes scary, mysterious, and creepy things are caught on camera. From haunting, unexplained creatures to parents catching someone watching their baby sleep. I'm Charlie, and today we're going to look at the scariest things caught on surveillance footage. Before we get too freaked out, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too. Hotel poltergeist. Hotels are known for being pretty creepy. Just think about how many scary movies are set in hotels. But in one Chinese hotel, the plot of a horror movie came to life. One guest at this cheap Chinese hotel was waiting in the dining area. As the woman sits there silently using her phone, a chair behind her moves. She looks behind her, but as she sees nobody, she goes back to using her phone. The chair moves again and she really freaks out and then makes a phone call. Then another chair to the left of her moves and she jumps out of her seat and falls over. She tries to run away, but then a table trips her up. It appears her hair is then pulled back as she tries to leave the room. Furniture piles up the exit, and it seems like whatever was haunting this room did not want her to leave. The Chinese hotel owners posted this on social media in China and it went viral. But what do you think's going on here? Could this be an ancient Chinese spirit or something else? Elderly ghost. This surveillance footage comes out of New York City, USA. It was captured in February of 2008, and it shows two people working late getting into an elevator to go home. The two men get into the elevator. It was 30 minutes past midnight at this point, so they were the only people in the building. But as the two employees get out of the elevator, something appears behind them. The men don't even seem to notice and simply walk away. But as you can see, there's a hunched figure that appears out of nowhere. It kind of looks like this guy's soul just left his body. But what is this thing? Some say it's the ghost of an elderly man or woman because it's hunched over. Maybe it's just because its head's bowed down, but it looks kind of like a bold alien to me. The apparition then moved towards the door. This was recorded in 2008, but first posted online in 2009. And since this footage, no one in the building has ever seen this scary ghost again.
Okay, so I kind of wish they would actually play the video straight through so we can actually see what's going on instead of just being told what's going on, kind of thing, like especially the first one. But on that second one, I'm not sure if I don't know if I believe that one or not.
Haunted Road. This footage comes from a surveillance camera on a highway in America. The 4 angles the cameras film of this cross-section look pretty normal, but look closely and you'll see a white ghost. It kind of looks like a girl with a white dress and long black hair. She's standing right in the middle of the crosswalk, but the cars drive right through her. It's obvious the drivers did not see this as they were driving, otherwise they would have stopped. Some say ghosts can only be seen on camera and not in real life. You could say this footage has been faked and the girl has been overlaid on the original footage, but I find this unlikely. Check out a version I enhanced here. You can see that the car goes in front of the ghost when it goes through her. This means it's not another recording or image simply placed on top. So I'll let you guys decide. What do you think's happening here? Nightcrawler. Have you ever heard of the Fresno Nightcrawler? For years, people have reported sightings of this scary creature. 3 have appeared in San Antonio, Texas, and 2 have appeared in Fresno, California. It's about 4 to 5 feet in height, very thin, and a white humanoid shape with no arms. People also report it to be wearing a white gown or cloak of some sort. But one of the Fresno sightings was not simply a description, they had a video to back it up. They caught this scary creature walking around their front yard. This disturbing footage shows the Nightcrawlers walking around. I don't know of any animal or human that looks anything like that. The Fresno resident was terrified when they saw this and called the police. But since this recording, the person has never seen them in their front yard again. Alien abduction. Nowadays,
Now, on that last one, I've seen that video a couple times through other ways, and I'm still not sure. It kind of, in a way, kind of looks like it could be something underneath the white sheet and moving, but I don't know.
scary videos come out all the time on YouTube, TikTok, and LiveLeak. But this one goes all the way back to the 90s and is one of the OG scary surveillance footage tapes. The footage is from a worker working late one night at a warehouse. The worker leaves through the gate to take a smoke break. But then the 4 cameras in the warehouse all glitch out. This is what happens to cameras when an EMP goes off. That's an electromagnetic pulse, which is a short burst of powerful energy. Notice how the tape does this at 11 PM. It continues to do this until 1 AM and then the cameras come back. You can then see the man on the ground crawling around. The man is very dazed and confused and then walks out of the shot. The worker said afterwards he didn't remember anything of what happened. He soon after quit his job and moved far away. This footage was featured on Paranormal Borderline, the TV show. Experts came in to analyze the footage and they said it was real. And many believe that in the time the cameras were glitching out, this guy had been abducted by aliens.
That was my thought, because from what I know of aliens, those time lapses and stuff like that, they don't remember anything. It's usually got abducted kind of thing.
Shadow Ghost. This surveillance tape was caught in May of 2014 in Japan. It's in the stairway of an apartment. A woman walks down the stairs when all of a sudden a dark apparition appears. The woman who was walking down the stairs quickly turns around and runs away. But then the shadowy being disappears. You then see it speed up the stairs, causing the camera to shake. Not much is known about this scary video. It was uploaded by the building's security team to LiveLeak. But if I was that woman, I would consider moving to a different apartment building.
Same here.
Watching you sleep. When the lights are out and our eyes are shut, we have no idea what's going on. There could be scary things happening around you, for example, someone watching you sleep. This may sound like a plot from a horror film, but as this footage proves, it's reality for some. On the 5th of October 2014, one man broke into a house. The cat burglar broke into this home in Houston, Texas and began looking around. But as soon as he saw a baby in a crib, he stopped and got distracted. He then stopped for several minutes and just watched the baby sleep. He also pointed a flashlight at the baby, which is very risky. Imagine the baby waking up and beginning to cry. He would have definitely been caught if this happened, but it seemed like he didn't care. Maybe this burglar was considering taking the baby to sell it on the black market. Thankfully, this baby was left unharmed. But after the parents saw this on their surveillance cameras, they were creeped out. Just imagine knowing some strange man is watching your child sleep. This man stole about $60 worth of stuff, including a laptop. But he dropped the laptop.
Now, I don't have kids myself because I just never wanted kids of my own. But to know somebody's in my house, and if I knowing that somebody was watching over my baby, I would be terrified.
In the neighbor's yard, so it seemed like this entire thing was pointless. Maybe the true intention of this burglar was to take this child. Goblin. You may think of goblins as mythical creatures, but ask many people and they'll swear that they're real. Check out this scary surveillance tape, and it seems to be a goblin or gnome of some sort. This creature walks around on hind legs in a jagged manner. Also, I enhanced this clip and it seems like it has a tail of some sort. I'm not sure what this tiny creature is, but it's way too small to be a human being. It also doesn't look like any animal I'm aware of. I've done my best to try and enhance this, so maybe you guys can work out what it is. But perhaps it really is a real-life goblin or gnome. Shadow Demon. This surveillance tape comes from an office. It was taken in 2012 in the USA. A guy leaves an elevator and begins walking down a hallway when suddenly he falls over. That's because he's met with a big, giant, dark shadow. The shadow kind of has a rough, humanoid outline. The man is then dragged down the hallway, but he manages to get free and escape. He then runs away as the dark shadow appears to go behind a corner. Whatever this thing was, it must have been quite strong to drag a guy for 2 to 3 meters down the hallway. This clearly was not faked because the guy was being dragged, not pushing himself. But what is this supernatural dark shadow? Philip Chisholm.
That last one. What do you guys think? I mean, it looks real. I mean, how can somebody fake that one? I mean, I understand if you're going the other way, but if you're getting dragged one leg up, how can you? It just seems a little bit hard to go in that direction like that.
Footage was taken in Danvers High School in Massachusetts. It was recorded on October 22nd, 2013. The figure in the blue hoodie is Philip Chisholm. You see him walk through the hallway and then he goes out of frame. But what he did next is what's so scary. He went into the girls' toilets of the high school and then took the life of Colleen Ritzer. Colleen Ritzer was his 24-year-old teacher. The scary thing is, Philip was only 14 when he did this. It's creepy that this tape, which appears to be a student walking across the hallway, is so sinister when you know what happens next. But now it's time to make your voice heard. Vote in the poll in the top right corner and tell me which was the scariest surveillance footage. If you want some more amazing videos, then check out my second channel. But as always, thanks for watching. There's some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.
So, what do you guys think on them? Which one did you believe? Which one do you think they're all fake? Do you think all of them are real? Are you mixed on some of them? Yeah. So some of them I'm not too sure about on whether or not I believe them, even though it is a surveillance camera. I still have that, like feeling like that little voice saying it could be fake, it could be fake, it could be fake. So, but that's just me. I mean, I am interested to hear what you guys think on whether or not it is true, fake, mix, both. Have you seen any of these videos before? Anything like that. But please let me know what you guys think down below. Also, if there's something you would like to see on my channel, no matter what it is, if there's a video out there that you want me to watch, to react to, put it in the comments down below so that way I can try to put it up. I have had a couple videos that I've reacted to where unfortunately with them they would be completely blocked where I wasn't able to do them, or I did them but I wasn't able to post them because they were blocked by the creator. So if that happens, I will try my best to get a hold of you to let you know what happened. But so yeah, that would happen. And otherwise, I hope to see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Love you.